Hello, my dears. Warm good morning. And so today in this session, we are going to see one of the most important chapters in 10th grade, which is nothing but surface areas and volumes. This chapter, as the name itself suggests, you have areas and volumes. So it is you'll be asked questions based on either adding the two areas of two solids, or you will be just asked questions based on to add the volumes of two solids. So it's as simple as that. So you have to remember all the formulas I have given in the notes, detailed conceptual notes I have given, and along with that I have selected some important models of questions which are likely to appear for your exam. So the notes are very interesting. So you just see the notes, go through it, and if you have any doubts, feel free to contact me. I have given my number in the description. So let's go into the session now. Hello, my dears. In this session, we are going to see surface areas and volumes. I have made this notes in a very interesting way for all of you to understand it better. So let's go into the notes now. You will love this notes very much. So see here, you have two topics. Introduction. Basically, this is about formula and calculation. All these things in this chapter, basically it's about calculations with the remembrance of the formulas. So you have to visualize the concept first. For that I have made it little bit interesting for you. So please remember this. You have a cylinder with two hemispheres. So you have a cylinder with two hemispheres. So and then you have two solids like this cone with hemisphere. So you have different combinations, hemisphere and cylinder, and cone and hemisphere. So like this. So again, you have to remember the formulas for cube, CSA, curved surface area, total surface area, and volume. So CSA of a cube is 4a square, TSA is 6a square, volume is a cube, cuboid. The CSA is 2h into L plus B. L is the length, B is the breadth, h is the height, and total surface area is 2 into LB plus BH plus HL, and volume is LBH. And right circular cylinder, so they'll be asking you only this cylinder, cone, hemisphere, sphere, and all. So right circular cylinder, CSA is 2 pi r h, and total surface area is 2 pi r into h plus r, and volume is pi r square h. Next is cone. You have CSA is pi r l. By the way, I have given how to find out L, which is root of r square plus h square. You will be given the height, and then you have radius here, so root of r square plus h square. Using this formula, you can apply it and find it easily. And then TSA is pi r into L plus r, and volume of a cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. And next is for sphere, and you have CSA and TSA, both of them are same for sphere, and volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. And for hemisphere, it is half of this 2 pi r square. You add it with the base area of hemisphere, which is a circle, 2 pi r square plus pi r square, it will give you 3 pi r square, and volume is 2 by 3 pi r cube, which is half of this. So some useful results I have given. So diagonal of a cuboid is given by this formula, root of L square plus B square plus H square, and diagonal of a cube, it's simply root 3a. You just ignore this, it's simply root 3a, root 3 times a, because if you solve this, you will be getting cube root of a cube. Cube root of a cube is a, right? So that's I have written it in a little bit complicated fashion. So it is root 3a. You remember this, and you'll be asked questions like this. If two cubes are joined end to end, I have given you an easy way of doing the calculation. You have to double the length. You have to multiply the length value by 2, and then the breadth and height should remain the same. Breadth and height should remain the same, and then you have to use the normal calculation. And another thing, heap of rice is in the form of cone with diameter and height given. They will be asking you canvas of the cloth required. Canvas means you have to find the area. So it is nothing but the CSA of the cone. So generally, like I said, here you have two solids. The beginning we saw two solids, cylinder and hemisphere. Here you have cone and hemisphere. So for generally these two type of solids, questions 90 to 95% of the questions will be asked only this way. So area of combination of two solids is the CSA of first solid plus CSA of the second solid. Like for example, cone and hemisphere. CSA of cone, what is the formula for CSA for cone? Pi r l. And CSA of the hemisphere, what is the formula? 2 pi r square. So like this you have to do the calculation. They will be giving you the separate measurements for cone. They will give you separately the radius and the height. Using that you can find the slant height L, which is root of r square plus h square, and apply it with the formula and calculation. See, calculations part you have to practice. Only the calculations part will make this chapter very tricky. Surface areas and volumes, and they'll be asking in your board exam surface areas and volumes. They'll be asking it for maybe 7 or 8 marks. You can expect it for 7 or 8 marks. Ideally, a 5 mark in surface areas and volumes you can expect. So you have to practice a lot of calculations. You have to do a lot of sums. Don't worry. Let's keep rocking. And volume of two solids, I will help you out with some question papers for you also. So volume of two solids, if they ask cone and hemisphere, you just have to add the volumes. So volume of a cone plus volume of a hemisphere. So that's it. As I told, this chapter involves all these formulas, remembrance of these formulas, and you guys have to know how to do calculation in a very easy way. So if you know both these things, then you can understand this chapter in a much easier way. I hope this video was helpful to you. Let's keep rocking.